What's up, guys? Welcome to Slops Locks Thunderdome edition, the greatest sports betting show in the history of sports betting shows. Everybody knows that. If you've never seen this show before, do yourself a favor right now. Go ahead and subscribe. You never want to miss another one as long as you live. While you're at it, you can also turn on the notifications. That always helps. While you're doing all that, I'm going to go ahead and introduce today's panel. You know them, you love them. They're here all the time. The first one from BetQL, the great Lucy Burdge. What's up, Lucy?
What's up, guys? So happy to be here to be doing NBA and take some break from the NFL, though I do miss the NFL. And I do miss baseball as well, of course. But yeah, I'm really excited to get into some NBA here.
Our friend Eli said that baseball starts next month. How do you feel about that?
I believe it starts this month. Now that we are in February, it technically starts now. So okay. I would like to think this is baseball season because that gets me through the day.
He did say the regular season, so I messed that up. Big man of me to admit that.
It does start next month, so that's very exciting. I love that. Yeah, love that.
The other guest, again, you know him, you love him, you probably follow him on Twitter. He has like 1 million followers. From Odds Checker, the great Matt McCuen. What's up, DeadPres?
Hi guys. Yeah, how we doing? I think this is my first Thunderdome in a really long time without football. So to Lucy's point, excited to shuffle it up a little bit. So got some basketball bangers. I wanted some college bets, but they're scared to put the lines out. So we'll get some NFL today and see what we can do with it.
I was going to say, you bet a lot of college basketball. I suck at college basketball. I never win ever at college basketball. But here's the thing, though. I try.
Well, that's all.
That's all you need to do.
Yeah. And that probably means you're due for a breakout, John, eventually.
I think so. I'm just going to keep betting. That's all you got to do.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, before we start, Lucy, you were talking the other day on Twitter about the Kansas City Chiefs fans that froze to death. Any updates?
Yeah, because what the hell was that? So yes, of course, as Nigel mentioned before the show, the toxicology reports have been revealed to the public, and the fentanyl that was found in their systems, it tracks with what I initially thought, which was as soon as I saw that the friend who was in the house for sleeping for 2 days with noise-canceling headphones and a loud fan on, for some reason, and also answered the door when the police arrived, holding an empty wine glass. Also very strange. The whole thing is very strange. That guy, I mean, so obviously, I don't want to, innocent until proven guilty, of course, but is so obviously like involved in this somehow because the story keeps changing. As soon as I saw he's an HIV researcher, so scientist who has access to probably drugs or something. As soon as I saw that, it just like hit me in the gut. Something is up with that. It's connected to that somehow. Did he supply them with this? And maybe they overdosed. He dragged them outside so that they would, he didn't know what to do. He panicked and just went into a cocoon for days and now he's in rehab. Now the friend has checked into rehab because this is a wake-up call for him, meaning drugs absolutely now we know involved. This story is so wild because yes, it seems like it's a basic answer, but what happened is crazy.
I think they just all got all messed up and then died, and then he didn't know what to do. Kind of like, have you ever seen Very Bad Things?
No, but
you should check that movie out. Everyone watching should check that movie out. Well, basically, like the people that died, except in that movie, it was a hooker that accidentally got killed by one of them. Whereas this one, it's just it wasn't a hooker there. But other than that, it's pretty much the plot to that. Except they all died in this one, and there's only one survivor. So maybe it's not like that movie. But anyways, check out that movie. I still don't understand though, like how it took a couple days. Like, was he just like sitting there, just being like, "Oh shit," or you know what I mean? Because there's no way he's sleeping all that time.
Right. Then he took a bunch of drugs, like more of them, so that he would be passed out. Maybe tried to kill himself in this sense, and it didn't work. So he was just like in his like indoor cocoon for days. Because there's no way. Also, his story keeps changing. That is always a bad sign.
Yeah. You never. All right. So if I was in charge, like if I was the defense side, you don't say a word. All right. No. Especially like if you're a heroin guy or fentanyl, whatever it is, you don't talk. All right. Because you're probably going to mess it up. If you ever talk to someone on heroin, not the brightest. You know what I mean? They're going to mess it up. So you want to zip it, maybe hit rehab. Also, too, calling it a wake up call is kind of crazy because like you want that wake up call before this.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
before you hit rock bottom.
Like it's too late for the wake up call because you're probably going to prison.
Right. And it's like, oh, okay. Like as long as it's your wake up call, then you know that's fine.
Yeah. Right. Well, anyways, that's a fascinating story. A lot of fun stories going on Twitter. That's why I love Twitter or X, whatever you call it, because that's where all this stuff happens. Yeah. Anyways, I think we should get on to betting because it's been about 5 minutes since I thought about betting, and that's still too long. So we're going to start with Lucy, then we're going to go with you, Matt, then I'm going to go snake draft style. We all know how this goes. Lucy, stop stalling. You're up.
Yeah, I was going to start with NBA because I have 2 NBA bets and a college bet, but I'm actually going to switch it up and start with college because this is my minus bet. I have 2 plus bets, 1 minus. This is Princeton University at +3.5 against Yale -115 at BetMGM. I think this is going to be a close game between these 2 Ivy League rivals, close enough that Princeton can at least cover the spread, if not win outright. Both of these teams defeated Harvard and Dartmouth by a lot, and Princeton being listed as an underdog here works in their favor because the Tigers have been listed as an underdog of +130 or more twice this season. They're about +160 was last I saw this on the money line. They won both of those games. And at home, Yale has failed to cover 2 of their last 3 spreads. So I like Princeton to cover this spread tonight in New Haven. Princeton +3.5, -115 at BetMGM.
I like it. Matt, are you an Ivy League guy?
I was just at Yale University in the summer. And
nice.
Yeah, that was. I didn't do anything at the school. I stayed at a hotel right next to it, but I was just,
Oh, you stayed in nice, beautiful New Haven, huh?
Yes.
That's where I was born.
Okay.
Lucy, did you go to an Ivy League school?
I did not. I went to Wellesley College, but my mom went to Yale for nursing school. So I
feel like you're an Ivy Leaguer.
My mom grew up in Princeton. Her father was a professor at Princeton, so it was so it's tough to pick. Do I do Yale or Princeton tonight? But Princeton seems like my a better bet tonight, +3.5.
Is she gonna be pissed off?
It depends because they did reject my brother, so I can't remember where we stayed in Yale. Yeah, I think. Well, so did Princeton actually. So I think Yale is. I think we're kind of on the outs with Yale.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so I didn't get into either schools either. So
yeah, same.
I also did not go to an Ivy League school. I just want that on record.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I honestly, like, no offense, but like I wasn't even like gonna ask.
You weren't gonna ask.
Well,
I figured
that would be kind of rude, but then I guess not asking for I put my
it's like do you ask or no?
I appreciate that.
But I was born at Yale New Haven Hospital, so I just I don't know where we stand on Yale, but I think Princeton +3.5 is my favorite bet of the night.
Beautiful way to bring it back because I wanted to get out of that conversation and move on to Matt's pick, and that was perfect. What's up, Matt? Go ahead.
All right, guys. All right, yeah. So I'm going to come in with a NBA bet. All 3 of mine are NBA tonight. We're going to start with the Atlanta Hawks here. So we're going to go Hawks money line +140 on DraftKings. So we got the Hawks taking on the Suns. Suns have been hot. They're finally kind of playing like they were supposed to be with the big 3 with Beal, Booker, and KD. But I think they get a little bit of road regression tonight. You got Trae Young playing in this game, guys, who's a little pissed off, right? He thinks he was just an all-star snub. I think he's going to have a big game tonight. Hawks haven't been great this year anywhere. They haven't been as good typically as they are at home, but I do think this is a good bounce back spot for them tonight. So at plus money, I'll take the Hawks. I like them on the spread. It's like +4, but it's the Thunderdome, so we have to go money line. It's just kind of like the rules. So we'll go Hawks there money line to pull off the upset tonight.
Man, I got nervous. As soon as you said I got Atlanta Hawks, I was like, God damn it. Like, you're going to take my pick. But you didn't, and that's awesome. You kind of did brush on a little bit, though. Yeah. I think the most obvious bet on the board, this is not going to be plus money, so I know people are going to be pissed. But, like, here's the thing. Sometimes you just got to take a slam dunk, all right? I don't think any of us on the show have ever dunked before, so it'd be nice to know what that feels like. But Trae Young, over 25.5 points tonight is probably the greatest bet of all time. I have no idea how he could get snubbed from the All-Star game after averaging like 27 points, 11 assists, whatever it was, and then not come back like literally the next night and take at least 30 shots. Like, I don't know how that happens. I think he's going to go off. I think 30-plus is definitely in play. But, again, sometimes you need to see one go through the hoop. And that's exactly what we're going to do there. That was way too easy, guys.
Love that.
Feels easy. Now I'm a little surprised you didn't go with a 30+ there, John. I don't know.
I was thinking about it. Like I said, though, I wanted to go just see one go through the hoop. I got it at
ESPN exactly.
I respect that.
At ESPN Bet. I wanted to see one go through.
Yeah.
It's been, I don't know if you've seen it, but the last 2 days, every day for the last couple of years, I take a shot at my daughter's basketball hoop in her room.
Okay.
And I kind of determines my day. I'm on an unbelievable run of not making them. I miss every time. So again, I need to see one go through the hoop. I think we all do.
Yeah.
And that's why I decided to go 25.5. But again, if you want to go 30+, you want to psycho this thing to 35 to 40 even. I'm telling you, I really think Dude takes a ton of shots tonight.
Yeah, because can you imagine you go up for a slam dunk and you miss? That's maybe one of the most embarrassing things of all time. So it's very unfortunate. So I think that's a really smart move.
I would always counterpoint though and just say, but then I can dunk.
Right, you are taller.
You know what I mean? So,
able to dunk.
Yes.
Yeah.
I missed, but I'll just do it again.
Right, you could just do it again.
None of us will ever know what it feels like to take a basketball on a 10-foot rim.
That feels so good. Yeah,
that would be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would always dunk. I don't understand why these people don't just dunk always.
Always.
Every day.
Would always. Yeah, the dunk contest, as Stephen A. Smith said, is a global atrocity. Just because he's jealous, he can't dunk.
100%. Every time I'm near a basketball goal, I always jump up and try and grab the rim.
Right.
Every time.
One day.
So yeah. All right. So anyways, let's move on. I'm gonna go with another Atlanta Hawk. This kind of plays in a little bit. We're going to go DeJounte Murray over 10.5 rebounds plus assist. That's even money at BetMGM or BetMGM. Lucy, I got a bone to pick with your book because I know you love that book, but
I do.
I went to bet the $100 and I could only bet $2.12. And I was like, I'm going to do it anyways out of spite, just because I'm a spiteful person like that. But I think that also means that this is another greatest bet of all time. Again, this is Trey's night. This is not about Murray. He knows it's not about him. He's going to be there, some assists, some rebounds. If you go back and look at his game logs, the guy, I have no idea why this line exists because the guy does this literally every single game he plays. I think every game he's ever played in his life, he's gotten this. At least in the last 6, I didn't go further than that because I was like, all right, I'm not going to keep checking these game logs. I think we're good here. At even money, this is a steal. Everywhere else in the market has this thing at 120, 130. Some are at 140. I mean, this is way too easy. I'm already 2-0. What do you think about that, Matt?
I like that one. I think that's a solid pick. I'm gonna one up you here, though, John. I'm gonna go with a plus money bet with Domantas Sabonis here. All right, over a half a 3. So all we need is 1 3.
That's it.
That seems pretty simple. At plus 120. So thing with Sabonis is he doesn't shoot him a ton. Some games he'll just shoot 1, but he usually makes it. If you look at his game log, now he has not missed the 3 guys in his last 4 games. So you know how you were saying you're a little cold shooting on your daughter's hoop right now, John? He's the opposite, right? Opposite. So we're just going to keep riding him until he misses a 3. At plus money here, plus 120. He's also playing his old team. He's playing the Pacers tonight. A little bit of what we're talking the Trae Young kind of revenge spot.
Indiana.
Exactly. So he's going to be fired up for this game. I think he shoots 2 threes tonight. That's my guess, and I think he makes one of them. Indiana also can't defend anyone. They allow I don't know the exact total, but I think the last time I saw it was 123 per game. They're bottom 3 in the NBA in points allowed per game. So there's going to be points all over the place. All we need is a little pick and roll with Fox, kicks it out, and then boom. It should have. I think this could honestly happen in the first quarter, which is always fun too.
Yeah, could happen on the first shot, Matt.
Happen on the first shot. That would be crazy. And then if we need a heat from half court, that's always in play. That'd be an electric way to. So there's a lot of ways we can catch this.
Yeah, that's a fun way to catch this. He just he doesn't take one. He doesn't even think about taking one. He's always inside, and then at the end of the half, just throws one up from half court and drills it.
Cashes the bet. Yeah, that'd be a hell of a way to do it. But in the end, we could. Those are all possible scenarios.
Okay, let's hope that happens.
Possible. Yeah.
All right, Lucy.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, I'm kind of wondering what you're gonna do with these next 2 picks. I don't know that. Have you ever picked an NBA bet on this show?
On this show, I don't believe I have, but I have picked a home run bet on an NFL. An NFL day. Matt Olson.
Yeah, I remember that.
Matt
Olson.
Matt Olson, and he did not hit a home run that day, but maybe tonight. Yeah, he almost did, but maybe tonight. For my first NBA bet on this show, Jokic triple-double against the Trailblazers plus 150 at BetMGM. Jokic and also speaking of BetMGM, as we were previously, if you'd like to bet at BetMGM and you don't have BetMGM yet, and you'd like to bet there like we do, sign up and you will get bet $5. Sign up with my code LucyB158. Bet $5, you'll get $158 back in bonus bets immediately. So bet on and anything you want. Jokic triple-double Trailblazers against Trailblazers plus 150 at BetMGM. He just did this against the Bucks with 40 points, 16 rebounds, 12 assists, and he did this against the Pacers 5 games ago, and he has done this a total of 3 times in his last 9 games. So I really like him to do this tonight. Jokic triple-double plus 150 at BetMGM. He's just an absolute Goliath. So I love this.
There were 2 triple-double plays I was looking at this morning, and it was Joker and Sabonis. So we've talked about both of those. I think I might go back in on Sabonis now just because. Maybe even take both of them. Hope to hit one. Probably hit both. Whatever. Yeah, I got options now. I feel better now.
A lot you can do with it.
Yeah,
yep.
Options are
vast. All right, Lucy.
Yeah.
You're up again. Back to back.
Here's just 2 in a row NBA for my jump into here. So James Harden triple-double versus the Pistons plus 1,700 at BetMGM. I'm doing double triple-doubles here. Harden, it's just the greatest. Harden just did this 4 games ago against the Raptors, 22 points, 13 assists, 10 rebounds, and the Clippers will be facing the Pistons. So I love this, especially because in January of 2023, Harden did this against the Pistons 2 nights in a row. He loves to drop triple doubles on the Pistons. He is averaging 17 points per game and 8.5 assists. So he's right there when it comes to assists. And he just put up 9 rebounds in his last game. So if he can just get those numbers up just a smidge, I love him to record a triple-double tonight. James Harden against the Pistons plus 1,700 at BetMGM.
I think you would win.
I was going to say, you might just
he just does that.
I'm pretty sure there's no chance. I'm not going to pivot now off my other one. So, congratulations on the win.
I can't wait to accept write my speech.
Yeah, go ahead and get the speech. Start writing now because there's no chance we can catch you if you hit that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Matt, I feel like it's time.
I think so, too. I think that's how it works. I'm going Rockets Kings. All right, little parlay there. It's 162. So I'd still lose the Thunderdome if Lucy's bet hits. But if it doesn't hit, then I still have a chance. Rockets, though, tonight playing the Raptors. Rockets kind of up and down season, but 17-9 at home. They're 5-16 on the road. They're at home tonight, which is good for us. So they've played much better at home. I think they take care of business. Then I'm going with the Kings. It's just an all Sabonis revenge game. Now, Tyrese Haliburton also playing his former team, but he's been on a minutes restriction since coming back. And the Pacers are on a back-to-back tonight. They played the Knicks last night. Probably should have won that game, guys, but they kind of died out at the end. The Knicks stole that game from them. But it's a tough spot after kind of a hard fought back-to-back to come back and play a team like the Kings who love to run. They have one of the highest paces or fastest paces, in the NBA. So I think the Kings take care of business tonight, and then the Rockets. And like I said, that gets us to plus 162 over there on DraftKings. So we'll see if we can cash that one in. But 3+ money plays for the people. I think we can get at least 2 of them to come home.
That's not bad. Yeah, I was thinking plus money.
That's all I was thinking.
And that's usually all I think. But again, the hoop thing in the morning is really, really getting me. So like I said, I need to see a couple go through the hoop. And that's why I'm going to take Kyle Kuzma under 23.5 points, minus 110 at BetMGM. They let me bet a little bit more on this one. Still not quite the $100 I like to bet, but still enough to get me excited. Here's the thing, though. I know I'm not an under guy, but I kind of am on Kuzma. I feel like this is an over on how bad he'll be. He's done this once in the last 3 games. But here's the thing. They got the Heat tonight. We got a couple outs in the fact that the Heat kind of play slow. So there is that. Less possessions. They also play defense, which is good. They also just won, I think it was the night before last against the Kings. They get off the schneid a little bit. I bet you they come out. Again, we could have the Heat roll them and Kuzma doesn't even play the fourth quarter. We just have multiple outs here. I like taking Kyle Kuzma unders. I don't have a problem with doing that. I don't have a problem with saying it. Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, I think I just went 3-0. I will be off my own personal, like, just bad run after this. So I have no regrets on throwing all these minus money plays out there. They were just 2.
Yeah, I love this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it feels like they all have a good chance to cash in.
Yeah.
I feel like I kind of ruined the parlay, though, at the same time. Like the beginning of the parlay, like the part where you put it in and it's like for $1 million. Like, I
but
I think I helped the back end of that.
Because we have some
actually winning the bets.
Right. Because we have some breaking news on what the parlay is. $10 on this 9-leg parlay will win you $83,090.21, which is a pretty good chunk of change.
That's great.
Yeah, I feel like that's really good for a $10 bet. I think it's the Harden triple-double, no?
It's got to be.
That's what gets it going a little bit.
Yeah. And I wanted it to bump up to this. My version of Zillow is to look at cars online. So I'm looking at like Genesis. And this could get you a nice Genesis.
And we're not looking at houses, Lucy. So it's kind of like we both could buy. We could both buy stuff.
Exactly.
I don't know what you're getting for $83,000, Matt.
Yeah, you could down payment.
What's down payment? Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. Even now, not to get into the real estate markets here, but
please
like
do.
$83,000, do we? Is that a down payment even now?
No.
It's out of control, man.
No, it's not. I'll tell you that. Well, it depends, like, what, obviously, like, the price of the house. But, for most houses, John, it's not working for. I want to move somewhere, like, I just go on Zillow sometimes and look in, like, random states because I live in New York City and it's just unbelievably expensive for no reason. So I was looking at, like, Texas. Like, you could get, like, a mansion in Texas for, like, $1,000.
It's disgusting.
It makes me
go Kansas or Nebraska. Look in the Kansas, I think, is where like there was like houses.
Iowa.
This is probably early 2000s. I would look on eBay. You could buy a house on eBay. It was like $15,000.
Yeah.
I was like, I have that in my bank account. I
could do this.
You just own property in a different state.
Like really, like I could just buy a house. Not a nice house, but I was just like, wow, like that. I really I don't know. Maybe I was sheltered, but I just really didn't think about the real estate market much, I guess, in the early 20s.
I think I want to move. I think I want to move.
Yeah, it's really too, especially Massachusetts. It is really scary because you move closer and closer to New Hampshire and other states because it is very expensive.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to. Like my buddies of mine, they just like moved like to Pelham, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Like people just move there just because it's that much cheaper. Like you get like the sweetest house, and you're like, how's this happening? It's like, oh well, yeah, you used to live in New Hampshire.
Yeah, I'm looking at houses now in Kansas, and you can get like a mansion for like $200,000.
Yeah, it's insane.
Oh God, it just breaks your heart. It really
does.
I'd move to Kansas. There's nothing wrong with Kansas.
My buddy in Kansas. He was in the military in Kansas. No, he said it's terrible, worst place ever. But for us, like all we want to do is gamble. You know what I mean? We don't have to.
Yeah. Right.
I feel like you can do that anywhere.
Right. It depends. Your house is, maybe your house is your priority over where you live because that's where you spend most of your time.
Yes.
Valid point. I mean, if you had a sweet enough setup, like I'm talking like pool, entertainment areas, maybe a basketball court.
Yeah.
I don't think life would be that bad in Kansas.
Nope. It sounds good. That sounds amazing.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, great talk. Great talk. I think we're pretty much done here. Unless you guys have anything else to say, I'm all set.
I'm good.
That's it for me.
All right. Well, guys, I'm going to be back on the live stream later. I'm going to throw in a couple price pick slips on the video games. Sorry, I probably didn't tell you guys I've been betting video games. So there's that. But there's that. And also maybe we're going to hit the button a little bit at Odds Jam. So tune in 4 o'clock. I'll see you then. Later, guys.